Hello. How's it going? Let me know if you can hear this. Welcome to Druid's Table Live. I'm Jacob. This is Larry, and this is...
I'm Michelle, and I am not supposed to be here in front of the camera. So we're going to see how this goes tonight. Because somehow Daniel and Kristen are not here again.
They'll be fine. They'll survive.
I see their plan now. This was their whole plan to get me in front of a camera.
You look good.
Thanks.
So, welcome everybody. Before we get started, we must.
Oh, yeah.
She almost forgot. Rookie.
Totally forgot.
Clink
And
drink. I missed the opening statement there. Well, today, guys, we are talking about some fun things. First of all, War of Immortals. Going to dabble into that. Play tests, some role play, some dumb D&D stuff. I'm just kidding. I actually like... All right, we're done talking about it already. All right, so we're going to get right into it, guys. Welcome to Druid's Table Live once again. We are going to get right into talking about the most recent release playtest for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. It's called the Battlecry playtest, and it introduces the Commander and Guardian. If you have not had a chance... Roll for Combat covers this very well. Links below. They cover the mechanical side fantastically. We are here tonight with my lovely bride. I got a cough all of a sudden. To discuss kind of role-playing these classes a little bit more. And if we have time, we would like to actually dive into the War of Immortals playtest too, because they're all kind of going together. So they have the first playtest that they came out with is War of Immortals. That came with two classes, the Exemplar and the Animist. And then the most recent one, Battlecry, is going to have the Commander and the Guardian. So, are you ready?
I think so.
You think so? What do you have input?
Scroll down a little bit.
No. Yes? Sure. All right, guys. So this can all be found on Pathfinder or on Paizo's website. If you just go to Google and you type in Battlecry playtest Pathfinder 2nd Edition, it comes right up. You can download it and take a look too. It is really awesome. So the first one that is on this is going to be the Commander, which the first thing that popped out to me right away, boom, intelligence focused. Very interesting. It makes sense to me. You got to know the battlefield. You got to know your enemy. You got to know what's going on. And so we're talking an intelligence based, not caster, with with training in weapons, martial and regular. Yeah, awesome, Alexander. He's going to check it out. But there is, for me, commanding the battlefield. You get to boost your teammates. So let's talk about real quick. You were pointing out how you like how they list during the combat. Now, this is how Pathfinder, Paizo's classes always look. If you want to scroll down a little bit.
Yeah.
And
this is what I liked. That they said, oops, I did the wrong thing there.
You're good.
That they have during combat encounters, social encounters while exploring, just those different little tabs right on top that kind of give you a hint of what they're talking about. It breaks it apart. Instead of just having it all in one chunk of a text, a paragraph.
Hi, DM Tales.
I just like that it kind of more bullet points it in a quick way if you're thinking, oh, well, I'm in downtime now. Let me see. In downtime, there it is. It's right there. Instead of just having to keep reading through a lot of text.
Well, it gives you a good basis to work off of for role play in these situations if you're having, a brain fart or something like that. So the Commander, if you want to scroll up one more time, sorry, I'm going to have you go all over the place.
That's okay.
You approach battle with knowledge that tactics and strategy are every bit as crucial as brute strength or numbers. You may have trained in classical theories of warfare and strategy at a military school, or even have refined your techniques through hard-won experience as part of an army or mercenary company.
I like how Rex said that. It's the type of class is the I will outsmart my enemy to death class. And it is. It seems like it's a lot of these battle cries that boost your allies. There was the one... oh, no. It's somewhere in here where it was talking about the piranha. There's a piranha attack. Remember when I read that to you? So you just kind of like you help your allies nitpick at the, or nitpick's not the right word, but
I like it. Nibble.
Yeah, nibble.
Help your allies nibble on your enemies.
Just kind of slowly.
What kind of TTRPG are we playing?
Hey, that's the fun of TTRPGs, I thought,
We can
right?
nibble?
You can do
Oh,
lots of stuff.
my turn to derail her. All right. Like I said, mechanically, Roll for Combat covers this very well. Go check out their video. It's fantastic. We want to talk more of the role play side. So instantly I'm picturing orcs because that's what I go to.
Obviously, yes.
Right.
Yep.
An orc commander just sounds awesome. He's leading this group into battle and he's shouting commands and giving them boosts, giving them chances to do stuff. There was one you pointed out earlier. It was like he calls out, if you have more of your teammates out there, allies fighting against enemies, if you're more than them, you can call out to just like run them right over, right? And we're yes, Rex, we're back to the orcs. I thought about saying centaur, but that's her thing, not mine.
Yep. Centaurs all the way.
You can scroll down a little bit for me, would you?
Okay.
Thanks. She's got all these screens to control. She's doing great.
Thanks.
So for me, it's an intelligence-based character. Its HP is not the highest, so I don't know how up front in combat I would have them. Now, of course, if I made an orc, I would have them up front. They're going to be fighting alongside everybody. But the idea is you're kind of stepping, to me, you're stepping back and you're overlooking an orc centaur.
Yeah.
You're overlooking an orc centaur. I'm just kidding.
I like the idea of an orc
Rex,
centaur.
I love the idea of an orc centaur. Man, that's terrifying. But the idea is like you're the commander of the battlefield, and I'm excited because they're gonna be releasing it with the War of Immortals, this whole thing with Gorham dying. Sad day, sad face. They're releasing this whole multi-mass combat. What's that called? Large-scale combat. I believe is going to have more information from what I understand. At least maybe that's what I'm hoping for, but I'm just going to put it in there now. You got to have it, right? You're going to have a war. And thanks, Rex. I no longer identify as an orc. But you have this overarching commander on the battlefield. You have the ability to. Did I just see combat medic? Was that part of this? Did you see that?
Yeah. Yep.
So now you're healing, you're boosting. There's a lot of reactions, and then so in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, if you don't know, you have 3 actions and a reaction. If you're using reaction to protect your teammates or give them something, give them a boost. I also saw there's things with banners. Hi, Grimwood. How's it going, buddy? Hopefully the audio is good for you, is what you mean. That's what I'm gonna hope. What was one that pointed out to you? Oh, that's cool. Like, they have a ranged. So if you guys look at the screen here, they have a ranged weapon stuff too, like the guiding shot. Your range attack help guide your allies into striking your enemy's weak points. I mean, that's really cool. You give them a boost as you're doing it. So it's like, and there you have a medic side of a commander. I mean, that's really, really unique in my opinion. Well, this is what happens when you put us together, I guess. Yeah. And this is a fantastic support class for sure. You're going to be boosting your allies, which I love support classes. And I love the idea of, where was that one? I really wanted to find that one. You're having a hard time finding it, but that's okay.
Because there was so much to read. I don't.
That's okay. But the idea, there's a lot of banner activities and stuff like that. Your banner becomes an awesome sight to behold. Your commander's banner now affects a 60-foot emanation. Now, of course, that's at 20th level. Can you scroll back up? Thanks. But the commander class, that's way up. It was on the right-hand side.
What are you looking for?
That one. Well, the ready, aim,
ready,
fire.
aim, fire. I like the names of a lot of these. There it is. The Piranha Assault.
Piranha Assault.
Yep.
Well, you read that one.
Right there.
What would you do with it? Tell me what it would look like on a battlefield while I drink.
Yes, please. Those in the chat, please let us know how you would use.
This is payback for nibbling. This is what this is.
And I believe this was what I thought Brick would be like. So if
Guardian.
Oh, this is a different. Okay.
She got a lot of thoughts, guys. She probably read more of the document than I did.
but they're all, in a way, they were so similar. I like how they're set up, but then because they look the same
teasing.
visually, I don't remember which was which now. So.
Throwfish. But the piranha assault.
Yes.
You know that
Thank
1,000
you.
small bites can fell a large foe just as surely as a single
With fish.
well-placed hit.
I like that.
Throw a fish. But they also have shields up. You can signal your allies to ready.
Oh.
To ready your defenses. Go up a little bit for me. She is. She's doing this on purpose. I'm sure of it. You can signal all your squad mates affected by your commander's banner. So you have a banner you're putting up, you're giving commands, it's part of the thing, you emanations that are coming off of you, and this is one of the tactics. You can each can immediately raise their shield as a reaction. Squad mates who are wielding a parry weapon can position that in a defensive as a free action. So like that is huge. Like that you're boosting. So anybody who can raise their shield, I'll let you talk in a second, sorry. Yeah. Anybody who can raise their shield, you're giving them a +2 to their AC right there. So that's the mechanical side. Boom, they can raise their shield. And it does say as a free action. Oh no, sorry, raise shield is a reaction, and then position a parry weapon as a free action. So they still have to spend a reaction to get their shield in place, but it's a great thing if you see enemies are charging over the hill at you. And if I'm the commander character, my orc, I got my team of orcs. I'm hey, raise your shield. Do the orcs
Team
have
of
shields?
orcs. Do they? Why not?
Yeah, why not? These ones do. Mine do.
But I was just saying, this is where you get to pick 4 to start with, right? This is
I think that's
you
what
get to
you're
start
saying.
with 4, and then you get
You get to unlock
because
because there's like legendary tactics and stuff too. So this is
Expert,
the
legendary.
To me, this is the spells kind of feel, but it's not. You know, it's a whole different ball game. It's a commander, they're literally have a banner, and you are on the battlefield, and you are just boosting everybody. Now, I don't remember seeing a whole lot of tearing down the enemies, right? There was like one you could cause some fear.
Piranhas. Throw piranhas at them.
But you encourage your teammates to tear down the enemies.
Really, just bits at a time.
Listen, we're only 15 minutes into this. Spicy.
All right.
Go back to nibbling.
Okay, so we're on to the next thing.
Wow, you're jumping ship quick. So, but back to the role play. I not only picture an orc commander, but what about the captain of the ship? Like, he could be a commander class. Like, if you wanted to run a pirate campaign. Oh, I'm sorry, not pirates. We don't want to do evil. So, if you want to run a pirate campaign, and the commander of the ship or the captain of the ship, I think would be absolutely awesome to be a commander. And you could even flavor the flag or the banner, as the Jolly Roger. I think that'd be so much fun. But you're giving all these boosts to your teammates. Excuse me. And I think it fits very well for that kind of a class. And I'm excited to see how this would role play out. And would you play on my ship?
Yes. With pirates and orcs, apparently.
Pirates and orcs.
With orcs with shields.
Orcs with shields. Shield bows. But so people in chat, you think about the commander class. First of all, get out there and play test it and report to Paizo your findings. I have not had a chance to play test this yet, but I'm hoping to do so. Oh, go back up.
Oh, uh-oh.
Well, because it lists the, what happened? Oh.
There was the combat medic.
Yeah, but if you go back up, where was that? Up one, a little bit more, right there, up a little bit more. It has an alphabetical.
I like this one. Commander's Steed. You gain the service of a young animal companion. I like animal companions. I would choose a horse.
And I would choose a dolphin.
That would be interesting.
Well, because if I'm a commander on a ship, a pirate,
yep.
I mean, I'm just saying, a dolphin would be epic.
But the piranhas.
I know.
Watch out for the piranhas.
Ready, aim, fire with blunderbuss. Absolutely.
What am I looking for?
Well, I wanted to show the chart, but you keep going past it.
Chart?
Yeah, that one.
This chart.
Thank
Hey, look,
you.
there's a chart.
These are all the feats of the commander.
Yes.
No,
What next?
my poor wife is struggling with being on camera right now. I can tell. It's great. But if you guys look, like it has the level. It is just an alphabetical, which is nice. But if you look, the level, it has a level for the abilities that you get to choose and the feats. And obviously, you can't take them all. But we know what she would choose. Actually, you would be the Knights of...
I see battle-tested warhorse. Yep.
Row Hero.
Oh, Yeah. Like if you're talking about.
So if we were to play in a Lord of the Rings setting, are we allowed to say that word?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? If we were to play in a Lord of the Rings setting, you would play as a commander of the Rohirrim. And this is how you would play the commander character.
With centaurs,
Wait,
absolutely.
There's no is there centaurs? I've never seen centaurs in Lord of the Rings.
Why not?
In my Lord of the Rings there is now. But so the Rohirrim would have just been centaurs. Now we're really, really derailing all of this.
What's next?
You derailing it all. She's killing me, guys. But there's lots, you think of some of the great commanders in history. You think about the movie Master and Commander. If you guys have ever seen that one. We're switching to the Guardian yet?
No.
Oh,
Guardians of the Galaxy would be the next movie we're talking about. Master and Commander. You just talked about Master and Commander.
And Commander. You think about the head of the ship. I mean, there are amazing ways. Rohirrim centaurs. Yeah, I'm not sure I can unsee it either. Thank you, DM Tales. And I love the idea that you have this intelligence-based character. So recall knowledge is going to be huge, and sharing that knowledge with your teammates. Because in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, you can take an action to recall knowledge, and then you can gain information, weaknesses, resistances, ways. Maybe there's unique ways to handle these diplomatic things, whatever it may be. And with intelligence, you're going to have an extremely high chance of recalling the knowledge. So you're not only a commander that's organizing the chaos of the battlefield. By the way, I love that, Alexander Fox. But you also are trying to understand your enemy, understand their tactics, counter what they're doing. And they've built a class that I think is going to do that. Now, like I said, I have not seen this at the table, so I don't know the flaws or if there's anything that will be changed. And this is a playtest, so I'm sure things will be edited. And it is fantastic. If you get a chance to play test this, please let us know how it goes for you. And we would love to hear stories. And if you're in our Patreon, share it with us in our Discord and things like that. So that is the basics of the commander class. You're picturing an orc leader. You're picturing the...
Sorry, I want to get to the Guardian.
She's so excited about the Guardian class, guys.
Okay, yeah, so he has a
yes, it does.
Question.
So
does it work in small classes?
Absolutely it does. It's actually written that way more so than the large classes for now. Because this is for the small scale stuff. This is not built just for large scale. So if you want to, you're on the Guardian already. So yes, the answer to that is DM Tales. Yes, it does work. It is built for the small scale stuff, boosting your teammates. The emanations are not very big off of the banner. I think I saw 30, 60, up to 90 feet away from you. So it really is for the small scale things. There's a picture of one of their commanders that they have in the art for the they've got the banner and stuff like that. Yeah, you're good. Go to the Guard. She wants to go to the Guardian, guys. She really liked this class.
Guardians of the Galaxy is great.
So that's the commander class in a nutshell. The role play is you are going to be the leader of your group. You're going to be intelligence based. You're going to be probably making the war plans, and I think it would be a really fun class to play. As I tend to like all classes though, so I guess I can't really have that proper opinion.
Yeah, that's.
So I'm playing my Orc Centaur Rohirrim. Wow, that sounded terrible. I am Groot. No. So next class that's coming out in Battlecry is the Guardian. You are the shield, the steel wall that holds back the tide of deadly force exhibited by enemies great and small. I saw this class and I definitely got very excited. Yes, I'm excited about the commander class, but the Guardian is a class that I've played for a long time in many different ways. If you guys have ever seen any of the stuff we've played with Open Legend RPG, you can already build a class like this in there, and it is wonderful. You take defense actions to interrupt your enemy. I love that. I love being that big protector with your armor and your shield. You're jumping in, you're taking blows for your teammates as they're just DPSing or healing or whatever it is they may do. But this one is key, ability is based off of strength, so you're going to be strong. This is the Guardian of Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
And this is the one that reminded me of the character Brick from the Avenue Studios Bomb Squad show that is played by Ryan. And because Brick is I don't know if dependent's the right word, but he just very intertwined with his suit, with his armor.
Yeah.
And just the idea of squeezing every last drop of protection it offers, it's just... And there was something here about
So our show, Bomb Squad, if you haven't watched it, we got a 5-year campaign that's wrapping up on YouTube. Go check it out. But one of the players, his name is Brick, and he has a suit of armor that's named Ajax, and they are intertwined with one another, very much so. And in this, the way the Guardians wrote, is that way too. Now, I personally would probably build Brick Guardian, and then take a dedication into Commander, and then that way you're crossing honestly both of these classes. The Guardian, what was the role play things that you liked about the Guardian? Do you remember
it's got right here where it says Guardian Mastery. I mean, obviously
19th level.
I know, but this was the line. In a way, Brick would probably be about this level.
That's true. I mean, in a 5-year campaign, absolutely.
You are known for your suit of armor more than the person inside. We're kind of thinking, no spoilers, but just the idea that Brick walks on the battlefield, but he has this armor that now has become known. Maybe not more so than him per se, but it is its own entity. There is Ajax. I don't know if it's the same from the radio play. I think they came up with that. See, where's Daniel when you need him? And Kristen.
They're at a wedding.
Yeah.
They're having a good time, I'm sure of it. But the idea is this Guardian is going to intercede. It's going to be a bodyguard. It's going to protect its partners, its allies, and stuff like that. It's going to intercede for damage. It's going to get in the front. It's going to be whamming, banging, and smacking on things. It
just kind of reminded me of a second player, which is why it reminded me of Ryan's character Brick so much.
Yeah,
is the idea that it's kind of like taking on some of the blows.
So Rex got a. We'll probably get to it later in the chat here. You're already bringing up the Awakened Squirrel. Howl of the Wild releases May 22nd, which is going to have Awakened Animals. I am so pumped about that.
Very.
So that way, when your character in K-Maker dies, you can make your Awakened Squirrel, and we can call it good.
He's very excited about the Awakened Animals, which I am too.
I mean, Howl of the Wild. No, we're not there. We're here at the Guardian. Rein it in. So the Guardian class, the first feat, you have options. You have larger than life, bodyguard, even just the word bodyguard. Like I'll be your bodyguard. It's like my favorite song.
Thanks.
Yep, that's in her head.
Yep.
But the idea is like you getting in there, you're giving resistance, to intercepting a strike and stuff like that.
And it's that larger than life. There it is. So that first one of the feats here at the first level.
That's first level. You can take that at first level.
Yeah.
What about larger than life?
That you have this presence, though, even though the character doesn't physically get any larger, they're treated as one of a larger size for the purpose of affecting other creatures. So, again, remind me of Brick.
Yeah, it's really a unique bonus, not only mechanically, but also in role play. The idea is that your presence is so strong, and that you get in there and you just lock down somebody. And as somebody who's done some martial arts and wrestling, sometimes I'm not the tallest guy in the room, but I have a presence. I look at you and I look at you like I'm going to tear you down and nibble on you, and that's terrifying. Like, think about it. Like, if you're faced off against me and I want to nibble you, we're done.
Yep.
You're done. I'm going to nibble.
Okay.
Hey, you started
So the next thing that is it time for an advertisement? I think we need to take a commercial break here.
Advertisement break.
Do you have something else?
Well, yeah. I mean, because so with the Guardian, is there now? You read a little bit more about the Guardian. Is there feats based off of the using a shield, or is it only armor? Here, scroll down a little bit for me.
Mostly armor, but in a way, to me, that was kind of the same. Armor, shield. I don't know if
armor and shield are different. Yeah.
Right, but I don't think it. Now that you say that, I realize.
In
but I don't know if
Pathfinder
I saw
2nd edition, shields have actually become more down the weapon line, which is really nice.
Makes sense.
Right. Oh man, I see long distance taunt. You draw the wrath of your foes at a great distance.
It
120
just makes me
feet
think
from
of Monty
you.
Python now.
What one? What part?
Long distance taunt.
Oh.
Like from the top of the ramparts. Anyway.
Yeah. So there is a feat about shielding. There's reactive shield if you go down a little bit.
I just got to get my mouse on the right screen. Okay.
Yeah, grapple. So there's a whole. So Alexander with Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I don't know if that's what you're referring to, but there's a whole wrestler dedication that you can take for your character that can actually even really go down the pathway. Which actually that would be really cool. Heavy armored, but you grapple your enemies. Like you get in there and they're coming in. I'm an orc grappler. Call me that. And I get in there and you're swinging with your double axe and you're coming down and I'm going to pop that to the side at the fulcrum point and then I'm going to take you down and then we aren't going to nibble. We're not doing that. Orcs don't nibble.
No.
No. Orcs bite.
That, yeah.
With their tusks.
So I have
Oh, you wanted to show?
Yes, charts because you wanted to show the chart from the other one.
Spiked heavy armor hugs. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I think these two classes together, Commander and Guardian, are a great way to have on the battlefield. Like you have your Commander standing on the hill in the background. You have your Centaur Rohirrim, who's giving commands down to your teammates. You know, you have your Warlock over here, or well, we're in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Your Sorcerer, Witch over here, cranking out some DPS. You got your Guardian up front, just tanking hits, staying in there, bringing in the enemies. Come fight me. You know, really drawing them, you know, intercepting, not allowing them to pass, just a barrier there in the field, taking the hits, and then you have your Ranger.
Well, then...
What's the name of your Ranger?
Not sure yet. I was looking at this Flying Tackle.
Flying Tackle, level 4. I guess we're tackling people. You barrel forward, gathering enough momentum to take down a threatening foe. I mean, that actually is a fantastic thing.
Yeah.
With spiky armor.
Right.
I mean, just the idea of picturing my half-orc, Centaur, Rohirrim. How does a Rohirrim tackle? They just smash against, right?
I don't know. Spiked heavy armor hugs.
Yeah. All of it together. Sorry.
Yep.
I got distracted. My mind image was like, Centaur, heavy spiked armor. It's not really how I picture Centaurs, though.
No.
But in our world.
But you could. Who
I
knows?
guess.
Yeah.
You can make whatever you want to make. Awesome. So yeah, this is a fantastic class. I'm looking forward to both of these classes. Mostly the Guardian, to be honest with you. I love that idea of getting in there and just bringing the enemies to you, taking the hits. What?
I found it.
What'd you find?
Okay. I didn't remember if I made this up or not. Stomp ground. It is in here. You bring your booted foot down on the ground with enough force to rattle your foes.
Wait a minute. Can it be a hooved foot?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you got? Like,
listen,
four now? Like, two at a time. What do you? No. Well, yeah, but you know, like rear up. You the horse rears, and it's got two, so it's a double stomping.
Rex, flying tackling, being aggressive hugging. Oh, who doesn't love a good hug? All right, so the idea of a stomping ground, though, that is kind of cool. I should write in them, though, because what if I'm not wearing boots?
True.
But I mean, I have a full armor. But orcs don't always wear boots. I don't know. We won't get behind the words too much.
It's true. But there's just some interesting ways.
Hey, look, an orc.
Yep. Well, now everyone else can see it.
Hey, look, an orc.
Just, I like how they give kind of the intro line is kind of funny with the way they talk about these feats like that.
You get two of them?
Booted feet.
Oh, booted foot.
Footses.
Okay. Well, guys, there's that. So we have this orc. Check this out. And what's really cool is, I believe it's in November. I just had a brain fart. But they're releasing a fully orc adventure path. So like these classes, I'm sure will fit in really nice to that. I think that would be really fun to have an orc just leading the battle with all that armor, tusks. What are you laughing over here about?
Oh, just Alexander's talking about merfolk tackling something off of a boat.
Oh man,
Rex
yes, we could jump back to our ship.
We got a lot of feet.
Flying, oh man, flying tackle off of the boat. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Flying fish with a piranha attacks from the commander.
So this is why I don't play Pathfinder with my wife. This is why we play Open Legend.
Mm-hmm. Check out Bomb Squad.
She's pretty good at Pathfinder also. What's the name of your centaur?
It'll come to me. Names are particular and it can take time.
She's supposed to create a character for this tonight and she didn't do it.
When was that a thing?
Right now.
Right. Okay. Like I said, let's go to a commercial break while I figure that out.
So we've covered 2 classes that are being released in Battlecry. Now, they already released and closed down their other playtests, which they did name War of Immortals, which I thought was interesting to name that. But then they released more information and another set of classes. But I'll probably understand it more once the books start releasing. And let's make her a character at the end of the stream. Absolutely. I already know her character, though. That's the thing. But so in the War of Immortals class playtest, which you can still get online, you can still check out. It's also want to remind you guys that all of this stuff they already have available on Foundry VTT. Fantastic VTT for Pathfinder. It runs smooth. It's wonderful. And the playtests are there, drag and drop. Excuse me. But they released the Animist and Exemplar. The Animist is a divine a divine spellcasting class. I was reading that. But reading right from it.
This?
Right from it.
I thought you knew that. I thought you were just...
I'm that good, guys. I'm that good that I remember those exact words.
Go for it. Go ahead. I'll stop.
I'm uninviting her, guys. Awesome. So the Animist is a divine spellcasting class with a unique spellcasting progression. They expand their magical abilities by acting as a conduit between the living and spiritual realms. And then the Exemplar is a potent combatant whose abilities come from their very own spark of divinity. So they're both divine. So we know that the war coming up is very divine. There's going to be blood raining down from the gods upon Golarion and things like that. So these do fit in really well with the whole situation that's happening. And I'm not going to spend too much time on these because these are already done and they've already been ran through many times by other people. I just wanted to point them out. Was there something you wanted to point out?
I don't think so in particular.
No. But I know that with these classes, they're releasing 2 more... what are they called? Oh, no. They're iconic heroes, but they got a different name for it. All of a sudden, I had a brain fart. But they have, like, their iconics. I think they are called iconics now.
It makes sense.
They are in my head. You have your normal characters that they continue to progress through, and you see them in the books. You actually see them when you look at adventure paths. The creatures they have on here, like this guy right here, he is one of the iconic heroes. Wow, Valeros. Yeah, that's his name. Whew, almost forgot it. But they're in all the adventure paths art for the most part. They're in there at some point in time. But they're adding 2 more, which is kind of cool. These are essentially your pre-made characters that you could pick up and go. They're in the beginner's box for you to use. They have their stories written in. But yeah, the Exemplar and the Animist are also out there. The Exemplar is pretty cool too. Very weapon based. Yeah. So Alexander Fox, the Centaurs are coming out. Actually, what's really cool is in this book right here. This is the first adventure that the adventure path made out of Howl of the Wild, which I said is coming out May 22nd, but the adventure path has already started being released. And it's fantastic because when you look at the beginner's guide for this, it had a list of the suggested creatures, and Centaur was on that list along with awakened animals. So we know that those are coming out. That book is, can you scroll down here? The Howl of the Wild, you don't have to show it, but the Howl...
What am I not showing?
No, you're good. The Howl of the Wild, like I said, this comes out the 22nd, is going to have the Centaur. It's going to have the awakened animal, so you can play a squirrel. Actually, the front of this cover, I know it's kind of hard to tell with the glare, but there's a giant turtle, and he's a Druid turtle. They're going to have a lot more Druid options, which I, as being Avenue Studios, and we're big old forest lovers over here, we are the Druids. This is the Druid stable. I am pumped for this book to be coming out. It's going to have a whole bunch of things that add to Druids. Even like the Wizard class is going to have a unique dip. From what I understand, and I haven't seen the details on it, but if anybody's ever played Final Fantasy 9 and 7, definitely 9. All of a sudden I just had a brain fart. The Blue Mage. Essentially, when you hunt or kill a beast, you can actually capture some of its power, and they're going to have that in Howl of the Wild. From what I'm understanding, I actually have not seen the writing. As soon as I get the PDF, guys, I will be doing a Druid's table on it because I've been excited about this product for quite some time. Look at how good she is. So Howl of the Wild, like I said, PDF available. PDF is going to be available May 22nd. That's going to come up very quickly. Go ahead and scroll down for me. because they're going to talk about, they're going to have an airship, which I'm hoping they release more airship information. Can you scroll down over here? Thank you. A little bit more. There's new animal companions. Oh, go back up. I'm missing something here. There it is. 6 playable new ancestries. Minotaurs, centaurs, magical merfolk, amphibious 𝙏𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗, which I believe were the frog. No, they're like fish folk. And then awakened animals. They also are going to have like insectile and stuff like that. The awakened animals is what I'm pumped about. If anybody's ever read the books, Redwall. Okay, yes, absolutely.
Oh, about the squirrels? Yeah, squirrels.
So we jumped ship really quick. We're moving quickly, and I love you guys for that. Commander, we covered. Guardian, we covered. Animus and Exemplar, I'm not going to dive too much into. But then we're going to jump over to Howl of the Wild, which was going to be a topic I wanted to just kind of touch base on. Very much looking forward to it. Anybody who's playing in the Kingmaker campaign that is watching this, we have a server-wide Kingmaker campaign going on. And, there's going to be awakened animals. There's no doubt about it. We're going to have to involve them on top of as this releases, and they have that there with the Howl of the Wild releases. I'm hoping more people will join that campaign. It's a massive West March. If you're not part of it, get part of it. The story's fun. She's helping out with it. She's running some NPCs.
A lot of Discord role play.
Ton of Discord role play, which is so much fun to read through. It's
funny.
Great. Relationships are being built. It's very early on in the game. They're only level 2.
Relationships with characters and real people too.
Yeah, we have some real people that are in that game that are hanging out in person, and I think
who didn't know each other before.
So wonderful. But so if you get a chance, check out our Patreon. Join at $5 a tier. It's $5 tier. You can actually be part of the play by post. At $10 a tier, you get to play in games with me as a professional dungeon master. Dan's running a couple too. And it's going to be a blast. The story is going to be fantastic. It's going to include a bunch of stuff from the Howl of the Wild, awakened animals, and druidic things, because you're in the Stolen Lands, lots of woods. I don't want to give away too much, but there's going to be some really cool events.
Was that our commercial break?
That was our commercial break.
Advertisement for Kingmaker.
I'd say advertising for everything, because I really enjoy what Pathfinder 2nd Edition is doing. Another video that I'm hoping to do soon is talk about Starfinder 2nd Edition. I'm not going to dive into it too much right now, but there's so many awesome things that Paizo is making, and I'm really looking forward to it and the way they balance stuff like that. All right. I think that we can stop talking about Pathfinder 2nd Edition for a little bit, and we can go and talk about my favorite subject.
Orcs.
Incorrect.
Oh.
No. I don't know about you guys, but most of us have played Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition. And we know there's a lot of drama around that. Now, you and I have had a lot of fun in Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition.
We have?
Killian?
Okay.
Aurora?
See, I just play the games. You just tell me what to roll. I don't always know the difference, except for Open Legend.
Uh-oh. Rex said I lied.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Strike that. Reverse it.
Uh-oh. I'm not sure what I lied about. Let me know, Rex, because I'll fix it. So I think he's just talking about my D&D 5th edition stuff. But I don't quite understand a lot of their business choices. And I know that this is not directly tied to Wizards of the Coast, but D&D Beyond just removed their a la carte. You know what that means? I can't buy a centaur for $2 and use it in my games. It's ridiculous. I really liked this. So if anybody who doesn't know, on D&D Beyond, when you can buy all the books, right? Which is great. And I did that anyway as a professional dungeon master, but I couldn't keep up with all the books because I wasn't running enough 5th edition, in my opinion, to buy all the books digitally on D&D Beyond. So when I'd run some one-shots or get requested for a game and people were like, well, I want this particular thing, you could get in there and the player could buy it for like $2. $2. They could get whatever it was. What class, item, each book that released, they would literally, you could buy, if you wanted this, like I said, the centaur race.
I like centaurs.
You bought it for $2. You didn't have to buy, your players didn't have to buy a massive book that they only wanted 1 or 2 or 4 or 5 things out of, but not the whole thing. And they're doing away with it. And I it's hard to pitch to a player and be like, well, if you want that, you have to pay $60 for the book. You know what I mean? Like, that's not fair for them. And now that, mind you, that's all when you're playing digital. If you're playing in person, you know, somebody still has to buy the book, but you pass it around. But with the most recent announcement that they're going all digital is absolutely...
Oh, that's confusing.
Right. Exactly. So they go all digital, and then they're like, but we're going to take away something sweet away from you guys. And I don't quite understand it, because I mean, I've ran, even in our own home, a lot of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition.
It seems to me that it would be beneficial to be able to just kind of pick and choose. Like, you'd probably make more than $60 purchasing $2 here, $4 there.
Well, if you think about, exactly, they made more money.
You're more likely to have people say, oh, that's only $3.
And there's no way people weren't buying it, because I had players doing it left and right, and I am this much of the demographic and part of it. You know what I mean? Wait, yes, they're going to be going all digital, Grimwood Games. Yeah. So, like I said in all my advertising posts, D&D's doing dumb stuff again. Yeah, the combined, you know, they're making, I really want to like D&D 5th edition. I want to, but I really struggle with it because its entry point is very difficult. To get new players to play now, either you buy every single flipping book and spend $1,000. Thank you, Grimwood Games. And share it with all your players, which is fine for somebody like me who gets paid to do this. But for you guys at home who aren't always doing this, or you're just playing with your buddies, you ain't dropping $1,000 to play with your buddies so that everybody can have the same class. My suggestion is go play Pathfinder 2nd edition, but we won't go there. What do you say?
So they did announce that it's all digital, no books,
yeah,
no more upgrades.
That's what I'm understanding. Now, there's time for that to change, right? Hopefully we can complain enough. But you're absolutely right, Copper Dragon Games. During the OGL stuff, I dropped D&D Beyond anyway, to be frank. Then I went back to it because I had enough groups that wanted to play it, but I'm probably going to drop it again because I'm just going to run other systems. Dragonbane, Open Legend RPG, Savage Worlds. I can tell you right now, there's a ton better that I think could do better, and the entry price is way smaller and not as stressful. D&D Beyond, please fix this. Please bring back the a la carte. If you're gonna lose people left and right with this, because being able just to cherry pick what you want instead of buying a whole book is, you mean?
It seems like a nice.
It's a fantastic thing.
Little,
yeah, it's a perk.
Yeah.
I mean, how many tables I have in my house where I run and somebody be like, oh man, I really want this, and I'm like, well, I don't own that. Well, here's $2. You know, they're paying for it. It's awesome, and then they're sharing it with your campaign, and now you have access to it. I don't know. I think it's a really bad business move in my opinion, but I'm not running the business. I don't see the numbers on the back end. I just know from an accessibility point, when you're offering a product to somebody, the more accessible it is, the better.
Mm-hmm. And maybe there's something we're not seeing, like you said.
So Copper Dragon is exactly, because almost all the other companies are obsessing over microtransactions, and I almost want to, I can almost bet money. I'm not really much of a betting man, but I would probably bet money that they made good money on those microtransactions. Because if the book is filled with 143 different things that people are buying at $2 to $5 a pop, that already covers the cost of just buying the whole book. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if I'm not going to use it, I understand as a person myself, if I'm like, well, I'm making a character for a game, but I don't really want to buy this book, I'll just buy this one object. Yeah. And now I'm playing the game with my friends and having a great time for $2 instead of $60. What?
I don't know.
But exactly. Alex, you're absolutely correct. That is exactly, Rex, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But Alex, you're right. I mean, it was a nice entry point for people who did not want to dump all their money into these books that they maybe didn't want to collect or didn't have the space for, or whatever it may be. Books.
Yeah, space. Yeah.
Books and space.
A lot of bookshelves. Yes.
and Rex, you're not wrong. Microtransactions are cancer, especially in video games and things like that. But I think in something like TTRPGs, these microtransactions worked out well for players whose DMs didn't own every single book. And so I just shake my head. That's all I can do. Okay, 𝑽𝒐𝒏𝒅𝒔𝒄, you make these choices. I know that one's more of D&D Beyond, but you're going to go full digital. And it seems counterproductive. If you're going to go full digital, make it more accessible. so that you can make more money. I don't understand. It's just not a business thing, right?
There's got to be something. There's a reason they're doing it, right? I don't know.
But they ain't given a reason. They just stopped it. Axe.
They didn't say.
They put out, oh, we're just not doing this anymore.
Oh.
That was their announcement.
Well, that's a terrible announcement then.
So hopefully the community can backflash, whiplash.
Just let them know.
Let them know. But of course, they're not like Paizo and Pathfinder. I can't read that.
Oh.
So
Alex said, I bought books I already purchased physically because I thought that would be nice for the future. So he's sorry to hear that, and he agrees that should change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So, well, that's the dumb stuff I wanted to talk about. We can go back to Pathfinder because that's where I am. They hooked me. I tell you, when I switched to Pathfinder, it hooked me way over D&D. Don't get me wrong. I've had amazing times with D&D 5th edition, and I probably will play it again. But,
I mean, there's a lot of systems, though. The Savage Worlds, Open Legend, the different things that we've enjoyed playing with our kids, too.
Yep.
And other people. Like,
yep.
There's a lot of options. It gets overwhelming to me.
I know, but this is the name brand option.
Right.
You know what I mean?
True.
This is your Kleenex of
Tissues.
tabletop RPGs.
Oh, yeah. The other T.
So for me, they're setting the example.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to change that. We need to put another Kingpin up there. Or not at all. We just blow up third parties and make them all on a more even playing ground and spread the love. But I'm telling you what, look at the statistics of Start Playing Games and the amount of 5th editions that are still going on.
Is there any videos to help with that conversion? Is Alexander's asking.
I'll help you. There are videos online. The Reddit's filled with people who help with the switching over. If you go to the Pathfinder 2nd edition Reddit, I believe they got a whole thing based on swapping over from 5th edition to Pathfinder 2nd edition. Most of it transitions pretty smooth overall. And honestly, once you start building a character in Pathfinder 2nd edition and you start seeing the options and the way it organizes, it just feels good. You know, and like you say, Dragonbane's fantastic. DM Tales, you're absolutely right. I actually just got mine in the mail yesterday, that package.
I think so.
Yeah. I haven't even had a chance to open it. Weekends are crazy. They run a lot of games on the weekend. But, you know, give other systems a try, especially if this is something that irritates you, that they can do away with this, because I think it's fair to other systems. Now, of course, honestly, just get out there, roll some dice, tell some stories. I love it. You know, if you're playing D&D 5th edition, that's great. At least you're playing. I did get the box set DM Tales. I can't wait to pour into it. I want to run it with my family, and I would actually like to do a little review about it. I got to rewatch yours because I don't want to double dip the same stuff you were saying. So if you get a chance, Dragonbane is awesome. Go over to DM Tales. Wes over there did a fantastic review of Dragonbane. It's made by Free League Publishing. It is so much fun. It ran at the con, and the table was laughing and having a good old time the whole time. Why did you ran it or played? I don't remember now. It was so long ago.
2 weekends.
But there's so many other systems out there that are fun to try. But yes, Pathfinder 2nd edition is definitely stolen my heart. And I mean, my wife really stole my heart, but as far as tabletop RPG stuff goes, yeah, that's right. Dave ran it from Mountain
Grimwood Games.
No. Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah. Sorry. Thank you.
That's right. You're welcome.
My wife's here to keep me on track. But it is a wonderful system. There's so many options out there, like I said. But join our Patreon, join our Discord, and that way you get to play games with us.
Like Kingmaker.
It's a ton of fun. Maybe I'll throw up some Dragonbane in there. Maybe we'll run some one-shots in Dragonbane. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff going down the pipeline.
Open Legend.
Yeah, Open Legend RPG. But there is a actual standing, running Kingmaker campaign that is going on in there. Come check it out. It's in Pathfinder. I will help you get started. I will spend time with you and hang out with you, and we will play games. It's a ton of fun. And That's about all I have to cover tonight. Mostly I'm just tired of the dumb stuff from D&D, but I'm excited about what's coming out for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Howl of the Wild, this War of Immortals. I'm excited to see the deities become more involved in everyday life on Golarion. But with that...
Anything else?
I'm good. No, I'm covered every detail I need to cover today. You guys are awesome. Thank you, chat, for being here. I look forward to hang out with you guys in the future. Grimwood Games, I'm hoping to actually play in your or run your campaign for you, or your game for you, not your whole campaign. I'm not doing that. But there's definitely some really cool things coming down the pipe works. Look for some collaborations that are in the works on our channel, and like, subscribe, click the notification bell, come hang out with us, and that is it.
Okay, well then, yeah, without further ado, this show is made possible by your support, so thank you to all our supporters and the viewers like you.
All right, guys, good night.
I'm gonna do it right this time.
She really struggles to be on camera, guys. This is... No, wrong one.
There you go.
Good night.